welcome to SovereignRPG. I am Sovereign, and today we're going to go over the major free update, the evolution of masks. We're going to go over what's going to be, what's been posted in the Steam post, all the information there. Then we'll go into the game, we'll have a look. I will put timestamps down in the description for you guys, so you can jump from this bit to the actual in-game play, and where we go over all the things themselves. But we're just going to quickly go over what's in the major update. Now, firstly, I want to apologize to those of you who went onto the last video. I didn't realize at the time. I was kind of excited and to give out the new information and stuff like that I didn't realize how clickbait it was. That was an actual genuine mistake, not me taking a piss like in the previous episode I did where they said the game was dead. That was an actual genuine mistake, so I do apologize for that. Today we're going to go over the full update itself and everything that's in the update, and we'll go into the game and I'll show you that. I'll put a timestamp down for the going over the Steam information, and then in the game afterwards we'll go over each individual one, so I'll put that timestamp so you can skip to that point. Also, remember to like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. It really does help support the channel, and if you already have, thank you so much. Let's get into what we got for this update. So the first point we got is the quick remodel. So basically when you die at this point, you will be revived at the campfire or bonfire if you choose to do so. This will give you a debuff. So the quick remodel will lower both your max HP and recovery abilities that are affected. You can still use the mysterious tone tablet for traditional remodeling. So basically when you go in and you go onto your main character or then remodel the character and it takes 30 minutes, for example, you'll get a buff that's the perfect remodel, which gives boost to both physical abilities and max HP. So either way you do it, if you want to wait a longer bit of time, then you can definitely do that. I think it's 1 hour. I think I sped it up to 30 minutes. Or did I slow it down to 1 hour? It's one of the two. We'll have a look when we get into the game. So when you're actually doing that, you'll get a buff if you wait the time, and you'll get a debuff if you don't want to. The next part is the Chieftain's Enhancement. Now, what you're getting in the Chieftain's Enhancement is basically your level cap's raising to 40 to 50, the production proficiency cap, which is the crafting abilities, will go to 60, and your combat proficiency cap will go to 90. That's quite a big, massive change. And the basic stats upgraded to the level of blue tier barbarians. You'll get more of those base stats, and as you level up the starter character, you'll unlock some unique talents. So instead of the randomized talents that a lot of people worried about, there is actually going to be innate talents that everyone will have from leveling up your character. So the first one you'll have is Tribe Survivor, which gives you a max load of 20%. The next one will be Nimble Movement, your movement speed plus 5%. Then you'll get Strong Physique, which is max stamina 20. Crisis Response, which when attacked has a 20% chance to increase defense and max HP by 5% each for 30 seconds with a cooldown of 50 seconds. Desperate Struggle recovers 15% of HP in 5 seconds when HP is below 15%, and the cooldown for that is 35 seconds. And Critical Counter gains a 5% damage boost for 6 seconds after blocking an enemy attack with a cooldown of 15 seconds. Now, I think this is going to make the main character slightly stronger until you find like that unicorn that you really want to get, the really good tribesman. This will be kind of getting you quite of a way through mid-game, at least in my opinion, because most things you won't be getting to unlock the extra 5 levels the extra 10 levels when you get to the last 2 bosses, where they give you plus 5 levels on your tribesman. And 90 is actually a pretty decent level, like for getting past mid-game. You don't really need much more than that until the end game. Like I can even use the main character right now to get in clear fortresses, so it's gonna be making it a little bit easier, but your main character will probably stay with you for your main until you find your perfect fighter, which kind of won't be that big of a deal when we get to the next part of what they did an update. It's gonna change the game a lot, the way the game is played and a lot of the things that are happening. So I'm not too sure what I feel about this until we get in and we start having a look at the main character. I will be doing the complete Soulmask series based from this big update, so we can see going through the game what it's like going from beginning to end with the new changes that have come into place. So the next part is data copying. So in the new version, by spending mask energy and crystals, we can conduct deep genetic scans of specific tribesmen and modify the chief's body accordingly, copying all abilities of specific tribesmen to the starter character. So basically what you have to do is put it into the actual mysterious tone tablet themselves, and after a certain amount of time, it will deep scan. So I don't know if you can see, let me see if I can zoom in on this real quick so you can see it a little bit better. And you'll have an option come up that goes deep scan the new data. I will do guides for all of this individual stuff. This is an overview of what they've added today. So I'm not sure completely what this is going to do. I'm not sure completely what this is going to do until we get into it, because at first I thought this was going to be a physical feature thing, so I can move the main character's physical features to our tribesmen to make them look better. But this to me looks like you're actually going to move all of the traits you've got on this character, you're going to move all the traits from the tribesmen, all of the proficiency levels and everything, and you're going to transfer that over to your main character. That's what it looks like here. I'm not sure, but you will have, like, the Flint Tribe Barbarians data will be destroyed permanently, so you cannot put that Flint Tribe Barbarian back into save the actual data into the Mysterious Stone Tablet, so it will be gone. So you're sacrificing it completely. Now, I really would have liked if they did this in a different way, where they made this a sacrificial tablet type thing, like they have in a lot of the fortresses and barracks, and that they have a sacrifice table, and you can sacrifice that Flint Tribe Barbarian for the power of the mask. I would have really loved that kind of thing, and one of the guys in the comments actually brought it up, and I really love that idea. This kind of like just makes them disappear, and I guess it's kind of scientific in a way, but it kind of, I'm not sure what I think about it. Let me know down below what you think of that part of it. I do think it's going to start to make the game a bit too convoluted and easy, but we'll have to see once we get into it. And the last bit is the Tribesman Squad. Now, the Tribesman Squad will only be on solo, LAN, and private server modes, and you can adjust the max number of participant tribesmen in the advanced settings. So the default you'll have is 3, so you have a 4-man team when you're going out fighting. Now, this will be really good for the bosses and getting past the Berserk bosses and going past the of Doom bosses. This will be quite nice for those players who like to play solo. This will not be coming onto any of the official servers, mainly because of the amount of server issues that may come into place. The server load considerations, if everyone's running around with 3 players, 3 tribesmen that are all doing AI things at the same time, and you've got 50 people on the server, which doesn't happen that often, but now like if you do have 50 people on the server, this could be somewhat of an issue, because it wouldn't be 50, it would turn out to be like 400 people running around the server, even though it's just AI, but they're having to be loaded in at all times. It's just going to cause server problems and server load. So they also go on to say that for solo games, consider balancing the difficulty setting with your tribesmen and squad size for the best experience. If you add those 3 tribesmen, it's going to make the game a lot easier. So we might want to up the difficulty a little bit, even though it's still difficult for 4 players to kill some of the of Doom bosses. So it's definitely, don't tweak it too much. I think it will be okay. It's just going to make the early game to mid game a lot easier, and the end game where like the grind's still going to be there. We've already gone over the craft from inventory stuff before. Basically, it's just you're going to be able to drag items from all of your boxes while you're crafting it. So you can craft from all of your boxes within surrounding your bonfire and the base that you're at, and you'll be able to craft them in your inventory without going around and picking up the stuff. So they've also done some more changes. So you're allowed to actually use the teleporter now to transfer materials and resources between your personal teleporters, which is a big change. Now, that's going to be on official and private servers, and I think that's going to be a big issue. Like, that's going to be a massive issue, because there's going to, like, people have to transfer resources and materials across. You can just walk around with a couple of foundations and a teleporter, place it down, and then use that teleporter to get the resources back. It's not hard to get teleporters. They're really bloody easy. And the portal node unlock, there's no restriction on that anymore. It's just once you obtain the portal, you can use it immediately. So you don't even have to get to a certain point to use the portals anymore. This is going to kind of ruin PvP for me. It's going to cause a lot of problems, a lot of issues. Let me know what you think about that down below. That's not going to be a good thing, I don't think. And then we have, in private and solo server mode, you can customize the AI difficulty levels now, bringing different AI combat strategy challenges and changes. So you can put a level like 5 being the maximum level. They'll use all of their tactics, and then 3, they'll use half of their tactics, and 1, they'll probably not use any tactic except for stand there and try to poke you. And one of the big things for me, because I am a builder at heart, I do love building, they have changed that you can have the triangle slope roofs can be built on slope roofs. That really pissed me off to be able to do that. You had to build a roof. I like to have my domed roofs without having like anything in between it. So that's a really big change for me. It's going to be really nice for building the hexagonal bases. And the triangular slope roofs can be built around the foundations now as well. Adds a little bit of extra nice touches to the building. I like that. There should be some more things that we should go through and they should add in the future. They've done the massive amount of specimens now have tusks on the other side. We know this bothered you, like that they didn't have tusks, because I guess that it was just massive and going to take up a lot of room. And we fixed the endless throwing items of barbarians for fair combat, so they stop throwing feces at you every 3 seconds or slowing you down, and it's kind of mental. Now, as a special event regarding the key points of this update, is being held in a Discord community where you can actually talk to Zima and go and join the event. The lead producer for this game, it might be really good if you guys want to see what's going to be coming up in the future. It might be really good for you guys. Now, this is one of my earlier saves because I've got the other one up right now. I didn't want to sacrifice any of the characters that I have in there because I'm going to be starting the Soulmask series, but we have Sovereign here from the original save. This is the start of one of the early saves when I started the hexagonal bases and I built the pyramid off it. It's actually, the pyramid's not even here. That's kind of sad. So let's have a quick look at all the stats and everything that's coming up. So this is a level 40 guy. Now before, if you didn't put any points in, these would be like at 17, 20, etc, etc. But now your standard points are a lot higher. Now agility is really high on here because I have points on there. But we do have these. We have our innate talents that you get up to level 50. We've got up to the movement speed on this one because we're only level 40. And because these are on single player servers, I can't put any of the console commands in there to get this guy up. But our proficiencies are now 60 on all fronts and 90 for the weapon abilities. Now let's have a look, see if we can actually do this. So supposedly, look, if we look there, we hold E down and you're going deployed. So there's one. We'll go over here, deploy this guy 2, and let's grab someone else, Lily the Crafter, deploy 3. So now as we're going along, what are these guys running off to? Are they going to be leaving outside? Come on in, let's go, see if they follow me. And we're going to have all 3 of these guys following us now. So that's like, it's going to be a really big thing later on. Let's find and see if we can find something to kill. There's probably an alligator over here. So basically, when you're actually using the command, the followers, as I've read on there, when you're giving the, you can't give individual orders to each of the tribesmen. What you're basically doing is giving orders to all 3 of them at once. There must be something around it because it's usually anacondas and anaconda. So let's go over here and we're going to click F1 over here to attack target. And then he's going to go in with his sword and shield. I don't know where the other 2 have gone. Sax is by himself. There they are. Go on, attack. They just got stuck, I guess. That's going to be a weird one. So now they're all in there. They're all attacking and it's all a really easy kill for those 3 guys. So let's try and get it to do something else over here. We'll get him to attack this capybara, send them out to attack target, press F1. He's going to throw his spears at it. We've got the long range guy, and now you can sort of split it up. You can have a guy that's got tanky skills to sit in there at the front, and then you can, where are you going? Attack this dude. The AI is being a bit silly in water, to be perfectly honest. They're literally going to get eaten. Where are they going? That doesn't seem like it's doing that well, to be perfectly honest. Right, follow me. Stop attacking. F6 passive. Let's go. Out of the water. Don't die, Sax. Getting killed by a bloody piranha. So water's not good. Don't use them in water. That's definitely not a good thing. So let's get this guy over here. Do we have any? We do have. Let's get this guys to attack this dude over here. Attack the target. Now let's see if they actually go and do it. They're going to run at it. Not in the water. He's going to go in with an attack. Why are the other 2 just kind of like not sitting there and going around? This kind of feels a bit Jew-janky, to be honest. It doesn't feel like it's currently working as intended. That's a little bit better, but maybe that's because there's more space in the actual animal itself. But as I was saying, you can kind of have like a tank at the front, and we'll do more testing with this. This is just like as we're going into the first day. You could have a tank at the front, you can have a range guy, and then a DPS putting out bleeds or stuns or anything like that. Let's get these guys to go and attack this guy over here. It works pretty well. Sometimes it's a bit Jew-janky, but for the most part, it works. We'll go on to my other server right now so I can get some, my testing server, so we can get the Mysterious Stone Tablet and everything put in place in there because of the Corrupted Complete Soulmask series, which will be starting again today. I'll be recording that later today and getting that out for you later this evening, so we can start again from the beginning with all the new changes. Why are their boxes just floating? Where's my boxes gone? What the hell happened there? That's, weird. Very weird. What happened to my tribesmen? We're going to open up the Mysterious Stone Tablet and we're going to stick the, the level 1 upgrade to it going into the craft tab. We're going to drag it over and add the upgraded part because the location is blocked. Let's delete this out of the way. I should have a hammer out, but I'm not going to. I don't know what happened to why there's floating boxes and stuff. That seems like it's really bad. I don't think that should be the case, and that might be an issue that's coming through. But let's go and try and do that again. Put the upgraded part, and now fits in there. Now we do need fuel in here. We need sunstones or energy modules. Where's the vagabond gone? Ah, it seems like everything disappeared. That's amazing. Hopefully that's not caused too many issues for you guys. I really hope that is not something that's across the board and it's just for my game, because that won't be good. So we go into remodeling. So we have our normal guy in here and we've got tribesman scan and copy. So you got 3 unrepaired. Please repair it and try again. So data free update is unrepaired. You need to be able to go in here and you have to kill the third boss. Now, I haven't got a save like that because my game corrupted, so I can't really show you that, and I'm really sorry about that. But basically, you're going to be going in here and you're going to have a list of all the guys that you've got on here. Now, when you go into the remodel, you can actually, on your solo player server, make this as many slots as you want it to be. It could be 50 if you wanted it to be 50. If you have the maximum of 60 tribesmen, you can actually save them all. But you're going to be able to go over and it's going to click and scan over time. There'll be a timer over on the side here and it will go over. I'll put a little thing in play, a picture in front of here so you can see like the deep scanning, what it's going to look like, what it's going to do. And then you're going to pull all of the traits and all of the abilities and that over to your main character. Now it says that this is irreversible and the copy tribesman is going to be... Basically, you won't be able to log that guy again. You won't be able to save it or respawn as him anymore. I guess that will help you to stop like creating copies of a really good character, so you can only have one of those really good tribesmen. But once you do that, you can go in, it will make you confirm, it will tell you all the information. After the recording, the Flint tribesman data will be destroyed permanently, so you click accept and then you'll be getting all of his traits and all of the good traits, the bad traits, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and all of the maximum abilities that they have over here. So if you're like playing on a PvP server or an official server and you are the crafter of the guild or your tribe, then you can go in there and have the crafting skills if that's what you enjoy doing. Now with the crafting, you can see that you can't actually make anything from your inventory, so you can't do that running around, so you won't be able to run around crafting bandages if you run out of bandages while you're dodging people, etc. You can only do it while opening the crafting tables, so when you're doing crafting on the tables. So I have nothing in the inventory of this table itself. We're going to go and start the queue and we're going to start, we'll put, I don't know, we'll put 524. Now, there's definitely not enough wood in my inventory or the crafting table to do that. And you start operating the crafting table. And you just press spacebar to operate the crafting table. And you'll start making your planks, even though you have nothing in the inventory itself. It will drag it from the boxes, everything that you need, into the crafting table that you're looking at. This makes it a lot easier and less time consuming to run around and grab it from the boxes. But if you have your bases set up in a proper way, everything you need will be in each box next to each crafting station. So it's not that much of a ball ache. It was kind of a time wasted thing for me, at least. I'm not really... They could have spent their time better on better things. This was not a big deal. I don't understand. If anyone was worried about that, then they just needed to figure out how to sort their base out properly and not... I don't know. For me, it's just not very... it was a waste of time, personally speaking. And that's everything pretty much in the updates. You can use the portals. You can use portals without the unlock restrictions and all those little extra bits we talked about earlier. But everything else is pretty much in there. I will do a more in-depth video on the actual parts of, say, the Mysterious Stone table and the Mysterious Stone table level 1. So we can do the tribesman stuff, moving the tribesman to the main character. I think that's going to need a whole video by itself. And we'll start seeing how easy the bosses become with all of the tribesmen. We'll do that in another video as well, where we go against the bosses with using 3 tribesmen. They're probably going to be part of the complete Soulmask series, so look forward to that once that comes out. I want to thank you all for watching. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the